6743. Today I am going to discuss about the impact on the mental health of people during COVID-19. Before we continue with this point, do you know what is actually mental health and how it affects people? Mental health is about our emotion and how we feel inside, and it affects how we think and act. As we know, this COVID-19 pandemic totally changed our daily lifestyle and give impacts to our mental health. Now let's start with our first point. Due to mental health during COVID-19, people were experiencing high symptoms of stress, anxiety and depression. This is because stay-at-home orders and social distancing have left many people isolated, so that we would be feeling lonely. For an example, in late March, nearly 3,500 people were surveyed in Spain, when the country ranked second in the world in COVID-19 death. Many people met the criteria for clinical mental health problems: 19% for depression, almost a quarter for anxiety, and 16% for PTSD. In other hand, in April, 14% of Americans were experiencing serious psychological distress, more than triple the rate in 2018. Now we come to the next point. According to the news reports, domestic violence were increasing due to mental health of people during this pandemic. This comes down to a variety of factors. For instance, people spending more time at home with abusive partners, unemployment and other financial stresses causing conflict, and police being discouraged from making arrests. Needless to say, the threat of abuse is compounding the stress, anxiety and fear that many people are already experiencing during this pandemic. Let's move on to the third point. Health workers and other workers are also at risk because of this pandemic. The workers could not focus on their work due to the worse mental health. They actually cannot pay attention and always worry about their family members because of long working hours and fear of catching disease. Not only that, unavailability of protective supplies, patient load, unavailability of effective COVID-19 medication, and death of the other workers after exposure of COVID-19 worsen their mental health and affect their attention on work. Furthermore, office workers who working from home were actually more distressed and less satisfied with their life. Work from home were increasing the workload because of the need to adapt. This could lead to burnout and mental stress. Eventually, work overload may worsen the mental health and it causes heart disease and high blood pressure. Finally, the new learning method, which is online learning, make children and teens at risk. For students or teenagers who have existing mental health problems, it may worsen. Imagine how is it like for a kid to spend hours every day in front of Zoom or Google Meet without social interaction and playtime with their friends. Besides that, it's more challenging for students to cope with new learning methods without any distraction. They may feel exhausted and face difficulties with concentration and attention. Changes in behavior and attitude can be clearly seen among children and teenagers due to their mental health. They were experiencing excessive crying and annoying behavior. As a result, they face unexpected headache and pain throughout body and avoiding fun activities. In summary, understanding the effects of the COVID-19 outbreak on the mental health of various populations are as important as understanding its clinical features, transmission pattern and management. Public awareness campaigns focusing on the maintenance of mental health in the prevailing situation are urgently needed. Let's spend some quality time with family members and try to overcome mental health issues. Next, I pass to Atia Naufal binti Arifin.